be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much guys for 100 subs. I am just starting off with this YouTube journey. The next goal would be 500, 1,000. Please subscribe. It really helps me out make more videos just like this, and I want this to be more of a ZBCN focused channel. So let's get right into it. Price today is 0.0053. So it was at 0.006 like a few days ago, but still over 500 million market cap, and we've reached 80,000 holders. And remember when I first started this ZBCN journey, it was like 70k holders. Get in before 100k. It's gonna happen. This is a huge milestone. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but what do you think is going to happen to the price if it goes over 100k? These guys aren't going to be buying when it's red. They're going to be buying when it's like 1 cent, 3 cents, 5 cents and 10 cents, because that's what the masses do. They FOMO buy, while the smart people like you and I watching this channel buy before the pump. As you can see, the team celebrating 80,000 holders. You know, this is a great community. I love the Zebec community. It reminds me of XRP in the early days. I wasn't around in 2017, but I was around XRP when it was like 20 cents. The army is brilliant. I love him. They are very bullish, enthusiastic. They are very supportive, and so are the team as well. And let me show you why the community is so bullish on this coin. Let me show you. Take a look at this. We've got to celebrate all of our milestones, guys. They already have 4 billion ZBCN staked, and that's worth like over 21 million US dollars. 4 billion worth of ZBCN being staked. That is a sign that there's a lot of long-term holders in for the long run. They're not interested in selling, they're interested in holding, because they realize that Zebec, with all of its official partnerships, like their early backers like Coinbase Ventures, Solana Ventures, Raya Capital, Lightspeed Ventures, Circle, you know, investing over 35 million USD in 2021. I say that a lot in this channel, but I'm going to keep saying it. Maybe one day the people that are sideline and be like, actually, I think I get it now. Jacob is actually making sense. Remember guys, you know, Zebec is pulling back a little bit, but this is quite normal, because what I've realized is that usually the price kind of dips close to the token unlocks, because all like the whales and the insiders, I guess they want to shake out most of the retail traders so they can buy in cheaper. But usually after an unlock, it doesn't dump the price. It usually goes the opposite way. I don't know if you've seen, like ZBCN has been one of the top performers this year so far. What I'm so bullish about this is that they have their Zebec card powered by USDC. I explained this in the last video, that they are focusing on tokenized payroll of USDC and other stable coins, paying their workers in tokenized asset because it's faster, cheaper, more scalable. You know, the payroll industry is worth $11 trillion. Even if they could get like 1% of that, look at the success that's going to happen with this project. And what's so good about Zebec, that I love their silver cards, that they support over 150 tokens on 15 different blockchains that are all tier 1 recognized. And the revenue, they don't earn, okay, the card is feeless, right? They don't earn any money from the transactions. The revenue they get from the cards, people buying the cards, goes into token buyback. So the team care about the Zebec ecosystem. They do monthly buybacks that I've put on the screen right now. They've done like 50k USD worth of buying ZBCN tokens, and then it's all burned. Like they buy it and then they burn it, and then that's out of circulation. So the more tokens they integrate, say for example Algorand, that is going to be a huge catalyst for us, along with their super app that's coming out this year. You know, the more tokens that are integrated on the card, say like for example maybe more of the ISO tokens like XDC, Quant, XRP, that is going to increase more like retail traders and more institutions buy the Zebec cards, which goes into the token buyback program. It is a deflationary process. You know, I mentioned that we've got the Zebec cards, they've got early backers and they continue to stack more partnership. They're with talks with banks, institutions, and governments. But look at this right here. They're got in a space on Wednesday, and one of their partners is Pay, the first international bank and trust pay bridge in AMA. You know, they are working with the banks, guys. They are trying to be SOC 2 compliant. They are SOC 2 compliant. They need a final audit in August, and then September they've got MICA. They bought compliance firms like GateKnox, which helps speed up their process of getting MICA compliant, and recently ArchAx, the first UK regulated RWA exchange. Also Ripple follows them, by the way. Tony Chilvez, the CEO and founder of Paybridge, he's on the Zebec website. You got Simon, the COO. I don't think these two on the website, but they're part of Coyote Pay and Chief Payments Officer of FIBT. Okay, so they have got banks on their next AMA. So this will be very interesting on the next AMA about tokenized payroll and how stablecoins are playing a huge role, especially in the US. In my other videos, I've explained how the Genius Act is how it's beneficial to US stablecoins. Shout out to Angelica here. She's quite valuable in the Zebec community. So Coyote Pay has served over 100k companies across all 50 states with ACH payment services for 30 years. So these companies aren't nobody's, guys. They are partnering with big institutions. Their compliance is just getting them closer to work with even more official institutions and banks and governments. You know, they've got that sibos event in September in Frankfurt, Germany. You know, you got big players like Visa, MasterCard, Swift, Chainlink, HBAR, Quant, XDC, and Zebec all going to the same event together. So it's like they are kind of working together. It's just not official yet. I am still a big believer that Zebec is going to go to 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, maybe $1. There's a lot of people so bearish for some reason, thinking like, 10 cents is going to take 5 to 10 years. And I'm like, dude, I was around last cycle, right? I saw Cardano go from 3 cents to $3. I've seen Matic do 1000x. I've seen Avalanche do 100x. I've seen Gala Games do 100x. And this is like all like the last 3 months on the altcoin season. You know, Ethereum's at over 4k. The XRP, the Ripple lawsuit is now over. Like, doesn't just benefit XRP, benefits the whole crypto ecosystem, because I believe that that lawsuit was kind of suppressing most of the crypto market. 10 cents is not unrealistic. That's a 24x from here. Well, that's 12 cents, but about a 20x, right? New coins that has never experienced a bull run always outperforms the old coins. Okay, XRP isn't going to do 100x. You know, Zebec can do 100x. It's obviously going to be hard, but it's a lot harder for like something like XRP. Swap ZBCN for XRP because they won the Ripple lawsuit. Dude, XRP is at its 3rd bull run. Have you not heard of the law of diminishing returns? The more you progress, the harder it becomes. That is the same when it comes to tokenized assets like crypto. It gets harder and harder for it to progress. But ZBCN is new, fresh, got new hype, part of a new hot narrative like RWA and Deepin, but especially RWA. Get those market caps together, it's over 100 billion. ZBCN is trying to solve $11 trillion payroll problem in the real world. There's no project like it. There's no competition. So it makes no sense to swap your ZBCN for XRP. Like, the whole XRP lawsuit, the Ripple lawsuit, is beneficial for the whole crypto industry. So let's not be stupid here. There's so many catalysts like SOC 2, their partnerships, super app, micro compliance, ISO 20022. The sky is the limit, going to the moon. So that's all I'm going to say, guys. Stick around, please subscribe. It helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.